All right. So Lori says on June 21st, I gave my 2 Pfizer jab neighbors who've been suffering. Okay, so I think you have 2 Pfizer jab neighbors. You've been suffering because you've been breathing in their exhaled air. I'm not sure what it's kind of jumbled here. Oh, am I now jabbed because I've been breathing in their exhaled air in my car? Is shedding just as bad as getting the 2 shots myself? No, it's not just as bad. Absolutely not. Some people call this like a self-spreading vaccine, like other people are getting vaccinated from other people, from people who got vaccinated. That's not the case. You're not getting vaccinated from other people. You are being exposed to spike protein, right? So what they're doing is they're shedding. Probably the way it works is they're shedding little spherules, little lipid nanoparticles, perhaps, lipid bilayer, a lipid bilayer sphere, which is a lipid nanoparticle. So when they get jabbed, it goes into their body. It reprograms a cell to create spike protein, and then the spike protein is released by that cell into the environment inside of these stuck to the surface of these little tiny spheres, right, of lipid, and that might be released in their breath and on their sweat and stuff like that. And so you're being exposed to spike protein, right? So it's kind of like being exposed to a COVID virus particle, except it doesn't multiply. So you're not getting the DNA with it, and it's not going to infect your own cells. It's not going to transfect your own cells the way the vaccine does and make them make spike protein. So you don't turn to a spike protein factory from shedding. And so it's usually a very short-term problem. And basically just most people, if they get exposed to it and then they go away, they don't have a problem anymore. Within like a day to a couple of weeks, their problem goes away just because they stop being exposed to it. And some people might have a longer, time getting over it, but it's not that bad. Take some nattokinase serapeptase and try to avoid exposure as much as possible, or build your own resilience so that tiny amount of spike protein coming from shedding doesn't affect you anymore, and you've optimized your body's ability to detoxify from it in real time while it's being exposed. So it is possible to up your game and not be harmed by shedding.